All right, gang, we are live. We are live. Another night, another live stream. But this, of course, is the eve of Independence Day, the 4th of July, the wonderful time of year where we celebrate a nation conceived in faith, family, and freedom. Come on in, one and all. So good to see you guys. As you know, I am Dr. Steve, your Patriot professor, here to help you staying sane in these insane times. Great to see each and every one of you. Come on in, one and all. What a night. What a night. What a 96 hours. I mean, what a time to be alive. This is incredible. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. The Democrats are in a total freefall. I have never seen a party unravel like this. Were they always this weak? Were they always such a paper tiger? Was that all it took last Thursday night? That's it for the entire party, the entire legacy media apparatus to just unravel right in front of our very eye, right in front of the world? Just days after literally everyone on the planet saw and continues to see in replay after replay after replay all of the lies, all of the 24/7 legacy media lies that have been propping up weekend at Bernie's Biden for these last 3.5 years, all absolutely implode. And we're still sifting through the rubble here. The rubble of these lies being so explicitly exposed. And now, gang, it's time. It is time. I've been teasing you with this for weeks now. We've got a huge, and who's ready for a huge? And I mean, this is huge. It's so huge. You might need to sit down. Maybe you'll be lying down like Sleepy Joe does for his naps each and every day. Seriously? Oh my heavens. This has been a long time coming. I am so excited. I've been chomping at the bit all day to share this news with you. Before I give you the big news, I want to talk to you about, I want us to savor this time we're in right now. This amazing, incredible, crazy time we're in right now. As you know, there are what we call pivotal moments in history, right? Pivotal moments. These are moments that indelibly change everything from that point moving forward. And of course, we're about to celebrate one of those very special moments tomorrow on July the 4th. No videos tomorrow. I want everybody to take off tomorrow, including my staff, all of us. We're all taking off to enjoy the 4th of July, Independence Day. You know, for those of us who place such a high value on faith, family, and freedom, this is obviously a very, very special day. It's a day to remember the founding of this great nation almost 250 years ago. It's a day to celebrate the birth of the greatest nation in history and to honor the vision of our founding fathers. And a vision, I will remind you, that did come to pass despite seemingly, impossible odds. A vision that did come to pass despite a lot of naysayers at the time, a lot of doomers, colonial doomers, who were intimidated by the superpower of the day trying to thwart that vision. How are we going to take on the United Kingdom, right? And that vision continues to this day, even despite the left doing everything they possibly can to undo that vision and rewrite history according to their own twisted Marxist narrative. But tomorrow, We honor and celebrate our freedom, our unique freedom as Americans. And we'll gather with friends, with families, with neighbors. We'll light fireworks. We'll enjoy some delicious barbecue, some adult beverages. We'll have parades, right? True parades, real parades that honor true and real American values. However, as you're out there watching and celebrating and just soaking in all of the festivities, particularly the fireworks, bathing in the national anthem, as you're watching the children play and seeing everything that just makes America great, as we're out there doing that, I want us to remember something Ronald Reagan once said. And he said, quote, "Freedom is a fragile thing, and it's never more than one generation away from extinction. It's not ours by way of inheritance. It must be fought for and defended constantly by each generation." One more time. Freedom is a fragile thing. It's beautiful. Freedom is fragile. And it's never more than one generation away from extinction. Boy, are we feeling that. It is not ours by way of inheritance. We can't be complacent with it. It's not guaranteed. It's not a given. It must be fought for and defended, and I love this, constantly by each generation. The great Ronald Reagan. And so after the finale of the fireworks tomorrow night, after the spectacular splendor, after this dazzling display slowly dissipates into the darkness of the night, I want you to remember these words. Freedom must be fought for and defended constantly, which is why I'm talking to you tonight in this special live stream. I want to invite you to a special live event 2 weeks from now on July the 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Write that down. July the 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern. Completely free event. We're calling it our Call to Arms event. This is a call to arms event that every courageous conservative needs to attend, because this is the event that ensures that we win, and we win huge in November. We're all seeing the time we're living in right now. This is unprecedented. This is absolutely unbelievable in all kinds of crazy, contradictory ways. We've got a former president of the United States possibly going to prison at the very same time the current president of the United States is imploding in front of the planet. The Democrats are panicked like never before. All at the same time, we have the most cowardly Republicans in Congress imaginable. The Democrats are scrambling. They've got no one. They've got no bench. They've literally got no one else that could even possibly replace a demented fool, which says a lot about their party. They are literally unraveling right before our very eyes. But this is no time to get complacent. In fact, it's the exact opposite. And I bet every single one of you agrees with me. This is the exact now is the time for what we call the coup de grace, right? The coup de grace, the final kill shot, metaphorically speaking, of course. The coup de grace that would take out and end the Democrats once and for all. That is what this free event is all about. This call to arms is going to show you the practical actions that you can take right now to fight for and defend our freedom going into November, so as to make this November the single most pivotal moment of our lifetimes. A pivotal that pivotal moment that they'll be talking about for generations, precisely because of what we did now. Now, I'm going to share with you all the details with you in a mere moment, but just right now, bottom line, I just want you to write down that date. Write it down, right? Or put it in your calendar, put it on your phone, block that time off. 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably go hour and a half to 2 hours. 7 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, July the 17th. This is going to be one of the most important, consequential things you can do leading up to November. Now, as you know, I've been telling you for years, despite the naysayers, that courageous conservatives are winning. Almost 8 years now, to be exact, right? This channel started my first broadcast November 1st, 2016, just 8 days before Trump became number 45. And it was there that I made the argument, our tagline, a new conservative age is rising. A new conservative age is rising. Many of you subscribe precisely just because of that tagline. A new conservative age is rising. It was a bold and, at the time, unique argument. Some others have been taking it up of late. Thank you. Right, flattery. What is it? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yeah, that's it. It was certainly contrary to a lot of what you were hearing among the doomsdayers, who were, the doomers, who were so, and continue to be, unfortunately, so prevalent among the right. But my mission from day one, from November 1st, 2016, my mission has been to share with you the scholarship that I encountered in the academy. A scholarship that was often researched by and published by liberals, committed liberals, who have nevertheless been admitting openly that their world is over. Their liberal, globalist, secular world is indeed coming to an end. And instead, they were seeing the rise of a far more nationalist, populist, traditionalist, religious, and civilizationalist world taking its place. And so from day one, I've been sharing with you that scholarship. I've been sharing with you that truth that, again, even liberal scholars are themselves admitting. From day one, I have been sharing with you that our best days as conservatives, as those who love faith, family, and freedom, our best days are ahead of us, not behind us. Now, that said, obviously the last few years have not been easy in the midst of that, have they? We have all seen the harsh attacks on our courageous conservative leaders. We've seen the lawfare they've unleashed on President Trump and so many of his supporters, Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro, J6 protesters. The wicked elite globalists who run our government are relentlessly attacking our faith, our families, our freedom. We're all seeing, frankly, with shock, what they're trying to do to our kids. either in the classroom or in the surgery room. Many of you know the demographic data. We talk about it all the time on this channel. Liberals have largely stopped having kids. Eric Kaufman, the religious shall inherit the earth thesis, a scholar at University of London. Liberals have largely stopped having kids. The numbers don't lie. So what are they doing? They're doing everything they can to ideologically indoctrinate ours. We're seeing how corporations have been so willingly deputized by unelected bureaucrats to impose woke values on the whole of the American workforce. The whole world has been seeing how the legacy media has been blatantly lying to us for the last 3.5 years. We saw how, given the opportunity, these people shut down our churches. They shut down our ability to congregate and to fellowship and to meet up with one another face to face. They've assaulted our cost of living, where so many of us now are having to live paycheck by paycheck and erode the value of our dollar with this rampant inflation that they have obviously no solution for. And perhaps worst of all, they have deliberately and completely opened up our southern border and unleashed a mass, unprecedented, violent crime epidemic all throughout our nation. And the one man who is single-handedly standing up against it all, they are actively trying to put into prison. We've always known what they're capable of. Certainly since we've been together, those of you who have been with me these last 8 years, we've always known what they're capable of. We've long felt the evil and known it in our gut for years, but nothing prepared me for the last few years. We've seen an evil unleashed in ways we never imagined our worst nightmares. And as many of you know, most of you, I've been a victim, obviously, to a lesser degree of some of these attacks. I shared with you several weeks back how Google totally demonetized our channel completely out of the blue. No warning, none whatsoever. They've suspended our super chats for live streams. As you notice, if you're trying to do a super chat, you can't. They've suspended. They have completely and totally demonetized this channel in a clear effort to try to silence us. And to be honest, I shared this with you. It has not been easy. I don't know. I guess it's easier, when your whole adult life is lecture halls and libraries. You're kind of shielded from the direct attacks, right? But I shared with you guys, like many of you over the last 3 years, I finally fell into a bit of despair. And in fact, this spring, I made a side comment about how I frankly was considering retiring from all this just because of the sense of the weightiness of it all. I literally openly wondered whether all of this was worth it or not. But thank God, and I mean that literally, thank God, I am surrounded by such courageous conservatives like you. You who helped me snap out of it and remember the big picture, the very picture that I've been painting for you these last several years that even I temporarily lost sight of. The fundamental truths that God is in control, that he has, through his cross and his resurrection, already won the battle, and therefore we have won. And that even liberals themselves are admitting that the days of secular globalism are indeed coming to an end. And all I need to do is to be faithful. I need to keep, what is it Rocky says? It's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and then get up and keep moving forward. I just need to keep rockying. I just need to keep moving forward, keep fighting in my own particular way with my own specific gifts. And so I want to encourage you with that even if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the craziness that's happening in the last few years, even if you felt like giving up, throwing in the towel, or a nice biblical metaphor, if you've been more focused on the giants in the land instead of the divine promises given to us to face those giants, I want to invite you to join us on July 17th, because I truly believe that for many of you, this is going to be a life-changing event. I believe you're going to walk away encouraged and with a renewed sense of purpose for what you can do with your own particular gifts to ensure victory in November and beyond. We all need this encouragement. In fact, many of you have written to me and encouraged me these past few months in ways I never expect. For example, Stacey, dear Stacey, a wonderful lady, joined our Courageous Conservative Club after she heard about our demonetization. And dear Stacey has been giving us several $100s a month, if you can believe it, just to help offset the financial hit we took. And so my team reached out to her to thank her and asked where we could send to her a special gift that we had for her. Gang, she refused. She freaking refused it. She just wanted to support us. She just wanted to help, and that's gift enough for her. I mean, what do you say to that? That's a patriot. That's how patriots take care of each other. We're a worldwide community that cares for and looks after one another. And what Cece did, gang, is just the tip, a very beautiful, shining tip of the iceberg of the flood of encouragement that you've all been sending in over the last several months. Like I said before, gang, all of this has led to me waking up and realizing that you are why I do this. You are my gift. You are enough for me to wake up each and every morning to do what I do. And the small part that I play in this big, massive picture is that I can give you the courage to continue to encourage others precisely like you've done for me. That's what we did for Roseanne Barr. Remember, I told you guys some weeks back when I was at Mar-a-Lago to meet number 45, soon to be number 47 himself. I got to meet Roseanne Barr, the great Roseanne Barr, 2 #1 sitcoms in her career. Absolutely astonishing. She's a fan of the channel. I couldn't believe it. She came up to me. She came up to me and said, "Dr. Steve, I love you." And I was like, "I love you. What are you talking about?" But what was so beautiful is she said, "You give me courage to speak out in her sphere of the world in Hollywood. You give me courage to speak out." And I'm thinking, well, where do you think I got the courage from? Where do you think I get the encouragement to keep going with this? And you know the answer. It's you. You're the ones that give me the courage to share with others and encourage them. That's why I love to say we were all there at Mar-a-Lago together that night, all of us. It's because you gave me the encouragement that I can use to awaken a comparable courage in others, like the great Roseanne, dear, dear Roseanne. So here is the huge announcement. I have been hosting this YouTube channel for nearly 8 years. This November. And it's been the most amazing ride. Imagine, I never dreamed I would meet someone as wonderful as Roseanne Barr. I never dreamed I would share the stage with number 45, soon to be number 47 himself, or Donald Trump Jr. I mean, I would never have dreamed in a million years I'd be doing anything like that. Hanging out in lecture halls and libraries. However, my team and I we believe, upon reflection, we realize that we're being called to something even greater than what we're doing now. We're being called to something even greater. Now, don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to keep making videos each and every day. Nothing's changing there. Don't worry about that. Videos are coming. Don't worry. But our purpose and our direction are changing significantly so that we can better serve you, to better encourage you to go and encourage others. So this is why my team and I, for the past few months, have been planning and seeking out the advice of a number of fellow Patriot leaders. Again, I mean, if you think about it, we've got Biden and the Democrats on the ropes like literally never before. We're all in complete and total agreement, nevertheless, that this is not the time to get complacent. This is not the time to sit back and say, oh, we got this. November's a foregone conclusion. No way. If we think they were desperate in 2020, that was nothing compared to the current desperation. We cannot possibly be complacent. We need to take action, and decisive action at that. Every single one of us needs to take action right now to make sure we win in November and beyond, to make sure that November truly is too big to rig. And that's why we put together this very special event, a call to arms event for July 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now, the RSVP link is right down below the video. Just click on that link, and we got some very, very special surprises for you. First and foremost, click on that link below, and when you register, you can see the video of when I met Roseanne Barr at Mar-a-Lago. I mean, it's wonderful. I've watched it over and over and over, and I never stop having a smile from ear to ear. It's wonderful. It's going to so encourage you. But most of all, we've got a special gift for the first 500 RSVPs. I'll tell you more about that gift in a minute. Now, remember, there is no charge for this event. This is completely free. This is you encouraging me, and now I'm encouraging you. It's just registering. That's all you need to do right now. Now, make no mistake, this call to arms event is crucial for your future, as we're going to be getting into practical action plans for what you can do right now to make sure we win in November. We got 4 months. We simply cannot even remotely be complacent. You know that. And so we need to have very clear, actionable steps to make sure that this November is truly too big to rig. So let me give you some of the details about this event and why you will not want to miss this. First off, I am going to reveal something brand new here. I'm going to be unveiling my liberal indoctrination vaccination in order to help you think better so your children, your grandchildren will no longer be manipulated by the woke media. I promise you, this alone would be worth it. This is going to help. It's going to help you convince others, your liberal friends or your friends on the fence, precisely why they need to get on the Trump train for November and beyond. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to exploit the shock everyone saw on Thursday night. We are going to exploit that. Everyone's in shock on Thursday night. They were not just in shock about Biden. They were in utter and complete shock that they've been lied to so blatantly 24/7 the last 3.5 years by the legacy media. They are in shock. Their worldview is in the balance. And we're in a position now, a unique position, to be able now to persuade them in a thoroughly MAGA direction for their own sake, for their own happiness, for their own enjoyment, for them to come to the realization of reality. That's what we're going to be doing. That's my liberal indoctrination vaccination. Secondly, we're going to have some very special guests. Now, I've got my good friend and fellow patriot, Joseph Aaron, who will be joining us. Now, Joe is amazing. He's a very dear friend. And he's an expert at helping courageous conservatives figure out, in effect, their calling, figure out what role they can play in the battle against the woke left to help us win in November. And what's so awesome about Joe is that he gets that, not everyone's called to run for office. Not everyone's called to get in front of a camera, be a YouTuber or social media influencer or anything like that. What Joe is amazing at is he can help you identify your unique talents and gifts and then design a plan that you can implement now to ensure that we win in November. This is our pivotal time, and you are a part of it. So Joe is going to help you identify precisely what you can do with your own unique gifts to make sure we win. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And then you're going to love this. This is I have my friend Elizabeth joining us. Now, Elizabeth is an ordinary homeschooling mom who decided several years ago to take action by engaging in her local government. And what she's going to do is she's going to share how she led her children by example and engaged with local leaders and figured out how to impact local politics. Now, when she first started doing this, Elizabeth was literally shell-shocked. She was astonished by how few conservatives were actually engaged in local politics. And she's convinced, I think she's absolutely right here, she's convinced that we've lost ground largely due to the fact that our generation's not being educated in our civic rights and duties. And then that has created this vacuum, this power vacuum that's enabled insane woke tyrants to rise up and take over our local towns all over the country. But the really amazing thing here is that she has a plan on how you can get involved in your own specific, unique way, even if you don't want to run for office or get up and make speeches in front of school board meetings, whatever. Her discoveries will be so encouraging to you as she shows you how you can find out what your own unique role is in impacting and affecting local politics. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So that's just a little bit of a sample of what we're going to be covering in this wonderful call to arms event. So don't wait. Click on that link below. RSVP right now. And the key here, gang, again, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how rich. It don't matter how poor. It doesn't matter how cynical or despairing or blackpilling you've been over the last few years. This event, this completely free event, is for you. It is my gift to you. Speaking of gift, ouch, I just smacked my face. Speaking of gift, I've got a gift for the first 500 RSVPs. So that's why you can't wait. Click on the link below right now. Secure your free gift as I murder myself here. The gift you're going to get is our Courageous Conservative Kit. That's what we're calling it, our Courageous Conservative Kit. There it is. Now, the Courageous Conservative Kit is designed to prepare you for this call to arms so you can take action and realize your own unique role in making sure we win bigly in November. It's awesome. The kit has two parts to it. The first is my blueprint that I put together and I've used for my own life, building my own parallel economy for my family and my local community. Again, this is all about taking action, what you can do yourself. So what I've done is I've summarized some key ways that I've done this in a guide. It's called Building Your Own Patriot Ecosystem. Okay. Building your own Patriot ecosystem. This is going to help give you, it's going to give you a sense of what to do in the weeks and months ahead. Again, leading up to November and beyond, right? November is just the beginning. So these are very, very practical action items you can take right now to help build a society of faith, family, and freedom. Now, in addition to that, secondly, you're going to get my fake news antidote. This is my personal list of websites and resources that I go to on a daily basis to do my own research and get real news as opposed to all the fake news out there. And the best part here is not only are you going to be able to access those same sites, but you can share those resources with friends and with family so they can get weaned off of fake news resources themselves. So I promise you, you are going to love this Courageous Conservative Kit, as well as it prepare you for the Call to Arms event on July the 17th and encourage you and give you clarity in the weeks and the months ahead. So don't wait. Click on that link below right now. RSVP for this very important event. And the first 500 of you will get your very own Courageous Conservative Kit. Again, gang, this is an absolute honor and a privilege for me. Just like you lifted me up when I needed it, I'm going to do the same for you on this special event on the 17th. If you're serious about winning in November, if you're serious about the future of your faith, of your family, of your freedom, this event is all about how you discover your role and your place in this battle against the woke, wicked, lunatic left who are doing absolutely everything they possibly can to attack your faith, your family, and your freedom. You owe it to your children. You owe it to your grandchildren to be fully engaged over the next 4 months and to make sure that we win in November and beyond. November is just the beginning. Think about the legacy you want to leave for your children, your grandchildren. Do you want them growing up in a world where these fundamental values are continuously and hopelessly dismissed, derided, and denigrated? Or even worse, a world where they can actually be indicted by liberal lunatics for the very values that we hold dear? This is why I have been chomping at the bit to make this huge announcement. I am launching this practical training for free that's designed for individuals like you who are passionate about restoring our core principles, both in this pivotal 2024 election and beyond. This program will provide you with the effective strategies to counter radical narratives, engage in meaningful dialogue, and become a powerful advocate for the values that built our society. Join me, gang, in this mission to reclaim our voices and secure a brighter future for the next generations. This is our pivotal moment. This is our moment when we fight for and defend our freedom. A very happy, safe, and blessed Independence Day to you all. I love you. God bless, gang.